Hello guys, welcome to Tech Media. This is another one, and what we'll be doing on this video is explain the different labeling on a car gear, the automatic labeling, and let's do it. Welcome. When you look at our labeling, uh, most of these labels or letters are common apart from these two: P, R, N, and D are common in all automatic vehicle labeling. And what P stands for, it's parking, and what P does, it locks all the transmission, meaning that all the movement cannot happen when the lever is at the P because it has locked all the gears. R stands for reverse. What reverse does is to engage the backward gears. The transmission is towards the rear. That is R for you. N is neutral, and what basically neutral does is that it uh, doesn't engage any gear, either the reverse gear or the forward gear. Neutral basically allows the vehicle to move towards the slope. That's a layman's explanation. So if your vehicle the slope is toward the rear, then the vehicle moves towards the rear. If the vehicle is towards the forward or the front, then the vehicle will move towards the front. D stands for drive, and it engages all the forward gears. So the transmission is towards the forward, and we use it when we are moving forward. S differs from one vehicle to the other. In some vehicles, instead of S, it's 2. And what S stands for is sport. Others say it stands for speed, but basically it's sport. And S is used when you want to use the sporty gears, or rather to engage the high rev gears, or rather when you want to move at a higher speed, higher acceleration. B stands for braking, and it brakes the engine, so it prevents high speed movement, braking, and that's why it is normally used in the when you're moving at slopy grounds or rather muddy areas. This is the gear that you engage where your vehicle cannot hold. And remember, as I had said, in different vehicles, instead of S, it's a 2, but the purpose is one and the same. What differs is the labeling, but the role or the purpose they play is the same. Same as B. In some vehicles, it's L, which uh, means low gear. So what B does, it is the same as what L does. One and the same thing, different labeling. Remember that when you've engaged or your lever is at the parking and at the neutral, that's the only time your vehicle can start. But just in case you stop your vehicle, you stop the engine and you want to start the engine, and your gear is at the R, D, and S and B, it simply means that your vehicle cannot start, not unless it's at the P and the N. Another thing to note is that N is the only gear that you can use when your engine has failed. This is because when you engage or your lever is at the N, you're able to tow your vehicle. So it's the only gear when your engine fails you use to tow your vehicle. Another thing to note is that S and B and N are not compulsory to use. Some people say when you use the neutral gear, you save on fuel, but it's not the real thing. It's a myth, because it's on the fuel you use when you're driving at the neutral at a slope. It's the same fuel you use at the drive, because for your vehicle to keep on moving, there will be need for fuel, to facilitate the movement. So neutral, unless you are driving an automatic car, that's when neutral can save fuel. But with automatic vehicles, neutral, it's not necessary to use neutral. S and B are not necessary, especially for long distances. You can use them for a short while, but they are not necessary because your vehicle engages all the gear. It's an automatic gear, so it engages all the gears as needed. So using S and P, it's not necessary at times. Having said that, I think I have explained everything about the labeling, and thank you for watching. Have a nice one. Bye.